Hi everyone, it is time for a new video, and today we're doing another reading vlog, and it's finally going to be another video in my Quest After Faves series where I try all kinds of different things to find new books that could potentially become new favorites, to find new authors and all of that. And today this is inspired by Chandler's video where she tier ranked like I think 66 books that were romances that she read last year on Kindle Unlimited. So one of my goals is to find new authors on Kindle Unlimited, to read more Kindle Unlimited, and like obviously I always want to find new favorites, whether that's books or authors, and we're gonna be doing that in this video. So I will be reading 4 books, so I'm gonna link that video down below, and a lot of these were also featured on Chandler's video where she talked about like either the best romances or the hottest romances of last year, so that also works for that. But obviously these are just books that Chandler loved, and like I like pretty much all the books that she recommends. Our tastes aren't identical, but I feel like we care about very similar things in romances a lot of the time. I feel like I don't need to say anything else, but the only thing that I will say is I am going to read Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, which is kind of a Christmas book, so if you at this point don't want to hear me talk about a Christmas book, I'm going to put timestamps on the timeline and in the description box, so if you just want to skip ahead to the books that are not Christmas themed, you can do that, but just, maybe don't, because maybe, the book is going to be really good, and it's honestly, like, not, like, super Christmassy. It would be perfect for just, like, a winter read. It's not, like, super, super festive, but, you do you, whatever you would like, but I hope you all enjoy this video, and let's see if I will, succeed at this quest after faves. Hi everyone, so it is time to talk about the first book. So the first book that we're going to be talking about is Love Light Farms by, let me double check the name. Yes, so Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. This book is a fucking masterpiece, and I am so happy. So here's the thing. I absolutely trust Chandler's taste. I literally cannot think of a book that she loved that I would hate. And, maybe like I liked a book that she loved, but I don't remember ever hating a book that she loved. And so I always have high expectations when Chandler gives something 5 stars. And even a 4 stars. I'm like, often her 4 stars can be 5 stars for me. I do think I probably have lower standards. But anyways, I was super fucking excited for this book, but I also just have been kind of like, I wouldn't say struggling with reading the past couple weeks, but my reading has not been like absolutely ideal. And I've talked about this in other vlogs, but I've actually been feeling better in my life and I have been feeling kind of distracted by the things happening in my personal life. And so it's like reading has been a little bit difficult to focus on because I am just really distracted. And so I've really been in desperate need of books that I just completely fall in love with so that it actually gets my attention and keeps it the whole time. And this is absolutely that. Like, I never want this book to be over. I can't get enough of it. I don't think I said I got to like 46%, so I'm almost halfway through, and it is incredible. And I've been obsessed with it since page 1, and I was going to talk to you when I started it, but my camera died. So like, I am absolutely loving it. Anyway, let's backtrack and talk about what the book is actually about. So this is an adult contemporary romance. I'm pretty sure all the books in this video are going to be adult contemporary romance. So this one is set kind of around Christmas, and our heroine owns this like Christmas tree farm. And the farm is not exactly thriving. They're really struggling, and she's the boss, and she is the kind of person who does not let anyone know that it's struggling. She does not want to make anyone panic, and she has been trying her best not to lower anyone's pay, and so no one knows. And there's this like competition sort of that this influencer has, where she basically picks like a business to give money to support, to shout out online, and they get like $100,000 or something. And so our heroine entered this contest, and she mentioned in like the application process that she owns the farm with her boyfriend. But guess what? She does not have a boyfriend. She has not had a boyfriend in like a year or so, and she has just never really had a long-term relationship that just, you know, she was actually invested in. And she does, however, have a best friend that she's basically been in love with for ages. And oh my God, if you know me, you know that best friends to lovers is my favorite thing on earth. I fucking adore it. I love it every single time, but there are, you know, times when it's good, and then there are times when it's great, and then there are times when it's the best thing I've ever read in my life, and that is the case in here. Like, we have Luca. Luca is his name. And the heroine, fuck, I forgot her name. The heroine is absolutely in love with him, but she's like, you know, obviously I can't tell him. And, you know, she's like, she feels like they've had moments when it felt more than friendship, but it just, they never took it there. And then Luca, it's clear that he likes her a lot. He loves her, you know, but we unfortunately don't have his point of view. That is like the only thing that I don't like about this book. I fucking wish, because it would have been absolutely delightful. But it's clear they both have feelings for each other, but they're both scared, basically. And I am just so here for it. So like we have that like unrequited love where they have so much yearning for each other that they're really scared of going after it. But I didn't even say that they pretend to be together for this contest. And they're like, you know, we live in a small town, and so we should probably start pretending before the like main person from the contest gets here, because like it needs to be believable. And so they start to fake date. And they're also like, you know, we should probably practice kissing so that it doesn't look awkward when it happens in front of other people. And it is the best thing ever. It is so like swoon-worthy and so sweet and romantic. I love the two of them so fucking much. And it's just like so charming and like absolutely fucking wonderful. I'm living for it. I also feel like it's going to be like really steamy in the most like emotional, romantic way, and I'm gonna die. Like, this book is killing me. It's giving me everything that I've been desperately asking for, and I'm so happy. So we're starting off strong. Nothing, you know, that I didn't expect, and I'm so happy that I decided to do this video. I did already add the second book to my cart. I have not bought it yet, but I'm getting the paperback. I don't give a shit that it's on Kindle Unlimited. I need to own it. And I need to own this one as well. Like, I can't buy all these books right now, but like when I can, I will immediately. This is definitely going to be my number one like recommendation for a Christmas holiday romance. And I can't wait to do a recommendation video for that, so that I can talk about this book again. Hi everyone, so it is time for an update. I am sorry about this very boring background. I finished Love Light Farms, and it was absolutely everything. I adored it. It was perfection. I could not get enough. I literally spent a couple days reading it, maybe like 3 or 4. Cause like I have been reading a lot of books and filming multiple videos, but it's just like I wanted to make it last as long as possible, and it was just at the same time it was just like so quick to read and so wonderful and so addicting, and I just adored it. Like, the romance was just absolutely everything that I wanted. Stella and Luca just took over my heart, and I just, again, best friends to lovers is the best thing in the world, and do not confuse that with friends to lovers. I think the only reason, or the main reason why people sometimes say that like they don't like friends to lovers is because there's a giant difference between friends to lovers and best friends to lovers. You know, if it's just friends where they like kind of know each other, but like they're not really close, it does not hit as hard as actual best friends who have such a strong emotional bond, and they've known each other for a long time, they've loved each other for a long time, and they discover this new spark and romantic interest, and you know, like, it's just the best thing ever. And this is definitely now one of my new favorite best friends to lovers romances. Like, not number one, there's too many that I love, but one of the top ones, you know? It is just absolutely wonderful, and I did buy a couple books and I will be picking them up tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited. And one of them is the next book in the series. I forgot what the name of that is, but I could not wait to hold it in my hands. It was just a wonderful balance of emotional and sweet and soft and passionate and steamy and just absolute perfection. Like, I can't get over it. Like, their relationship was absolutely everything. The small town vibes, the cozy vibes, the like Christmas vibes, absolutely incredible. I feel like the Christmas vibes, if you don't like these super like loud Christmas vibes, that is not the case in here. It's just kind of like soft and cozy and warm, but like it is not overwhelmingly Christmassy, if that makes any sense. So absolutely one of my top recommendations if you're looking for some holiday reads. And wow, I will shut up now and I will catch up with you tomorrow again with the next book. Hi, so it is time for an update and a package. So yeah, I cannot wait to, I did already open it because I was out and I was not gonna wait, but we can pretend. So the book that I will be reading next is a book that I accidentally ordered twice. That is A Deal with the Devil by Elizabeth O'Rourke. So I am so fucking excited. It's also a floppy copy and it's really short. It's under 300 pages, which like, thank fucking God. Like, more indie romances need to be short. And I am so excited. However, I do think I'm gonna absolutely love it, so I'm never gonna want to, you know, have enough of it. I am really excited because I do not have as large of an indie romance collection as I would like. And I actually read this series out of order, so I read book 2 and this is book 1, and I think I'm gonna love this even more than book 2. So if I remember correctly, I actually think that Chandler put the second book on the second tier and then this book and the third book on the first tier, which makes me think, you know, she also loved this more than the second one. And so if I am expecting, based on the plot, that I'll love this one more, then, you know, it's just all working out. So even though I did not love it as much as I think I'm gonna love this, I absolutely adored the book anyways. It was still like a 5-star for me. It was absolutely wonderful, and so I need to read this. And I don't completely love the covers, but I do think that this one is my favorite out of the series. That is what we'll be reading, but the other book, like I'm pretty sure I mentioned, is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison, and it is floppy. Like, oh my god, there's literally nothing better than a floppy indie romance book. Like, thank you. I am so happy. So these are the 2 books that I just got that I will absolutely be reading with you. Again, I want to try to resist this, but I do think that I will be picking it up after A Deal with the Devil, and I'm so happy to have these books. I have in fact been reading A Deal with the Devil by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and I am in love. So I got to page 104, so not halfway through yet, but I am obsessed. Like, we all expected it. We all knew it would happen. It has the trope of the heroine is the assistant to the hero, who is like, you know, a rich dude who just like sleeps around and is a workaholic. This exact thing, like I said, happens in a lot of romance books, but I have to say I can't get enough. Like, would it be questionable extremely in real life? Obviously. But in the books, like, I eat it up. I fucking love it. And the way it's done in here, oh my god, like, I am obsessed. I actually don't know how to pronounce the hero's name. If it's like Hayes or what the fuck? Like, how do you say that? But he is actually, while he is an asshole, he is like really respectful in some weird fucked up way. Like, the 2 of them, it's called Enemies to Lovers, this book. but I honestly don't feel that at all. I do not actually really like enemies to lovers in some situations because I'm a very sensitive person and I can't handle conflict. In contemporary, I do love it in fantasy. It just feels really different, but they just have this amazing playful banter that's like the best thing ever, but they don't hate each other. Like at first our heroine is like, I can't take this job because he's a dick. But then she starts the job and they immediately have this, like, I wouldn't call it friendship, but just like an understanding and this like weird chemistry, but not just like sexually, also just like emotionally, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And so just like I am living for it. Like the banter and the like slightly annoyance to love or like whatever, but like definitely not hardcore enemies to lovers, which I'm really happy about. I'm in love with it. I love both of them so much, and I feel like just the heroine does not take any shit from the hero. She teases him so much. She, calls him out on his bullshit, but they just, so it does not feel like there's a power imbalance at all. Because obviously in this setup, there's like a big danger of that. That is not the case in here at all. And it is just incredible. So I love it so much. And they were also badly hurt before. And so our heroine is like, I never want to date again because like I will not be able to tell if it's a good guy or not, and I don't want to be heartbroken again. And our hero was engaged before, and it all just fell apart and it broke his heart. And so since then, he's just been like, I will never get attached to anyone again, and we'll just have meaningless little one-night stands. But yeah, so, it's just like they work together perfectly in every fucking way. This absolutely deserves all the hype, and I'm definitely loving it more even than the second book, even though that was just absolutely incredible as well. So it's still the same day. I removed my makeup and I have been reading in bed, and I did not finish the book yet, and I do think I'm actually not going to because I am tired. I don't want this book to be over, so I have not been able to resist reading, but I do think I'm gonna stop soon, even though like we're just getting to the best part, and I don't want to stop reading, but I also just want to be able to savor it and be fully awake. And yes, but oh my gosh, Hayes, or however the fuck his name should be said, he is so fucking incredible. He is so gone for Tally, our heroine. And like he's been in love with her since day one. But, he's like, obviously it's not an option. The only complaint that I have, again, is we don't have our hero's perspective. And I don't know if I imagined it. I thought there was a chapter from his point of view at the beginning, but I think it just was not. And we're not getting his point of view, which, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and I'm pretty sure that in the second book we do get the hero's point of view. So where is it? I want it. I need it. It would be incredible. And like, oh my god, but this book is perfection. I'm loving it so fucking much. I did forget to mention that our hero is a doctor and our heroine is a writer. She's an author and she's working on a book, but she's been struggling to do it. She's scared that she won't be able to finish it on time, but yeah, I always love books about writers. It's not like a really big part of the story, but it is there a little bit, and I always just love to see it. And yeah, but the romance is everything. I need them to just make out immediately. I need to tell you one more thing, which is there is the trope of taking care of each other in this book as well. So Hayes takes care of Tally, and she basically gets sick, and it is so fucking cute. And it's just exactly where you can see how much of a simp he is for her, and how he literally drops everything because she's sick and she should not be alone. Best thing ever. Hi everyone, so I think it's like 2 days later, but I just finished the A Deal with the Devil, and I fucking loved it. I mean, the last time that I talked to you, I was pretty close to the end, and I basically ended up reading the book in like 2 sittings. I could not get enough, and I also did not want it to ever be over, but I could definitely not like stop reading this at all. I just was busy. And so that made it last a little longer, but I loved this. And I am like 90% sure that I read it before, but I'm really confused because it came out last year and it literally never happens to me that I forget to put a book on Goodreads. Like I put shit there religiously. I just love their dynamic, and like we basically have Tally, who is just like such a badass. She swears a lot and makes a lot of jokes. She makes fun of him, and at the same time, while she's just his assistant, she basically starts taking care of him in the sense that like she tells him to eat vegetables and to take vacations, and he at first is like absolutely not, because he never lets anyone take care of him, but then he starts letting her, and you know, so it's just like so fucking sweet in so many ways and so adorable. And Hayes, while he, you know, seems like just, you know, he just sleeps around and he doesn't give a fuck, like it is clear that he's such a fucking softie deep down. He's just like terrified of getting hurt. So I am giving it 5 stars. It is wonderful. I loved the romance, but it is definitely very slow burn and it's not as steamy as I expected. And again, I fucking wish we got the point of view of Hayes, because like, are you kidding me? Like, how could you let us miss out on that, Elizabeth? Like, are you fucking serious? Yes, so I'm not completely sure what I'm actually gonna read next, so I need to think about it. But I'll obviously let you know in the next clip when I decide and start reading. And yeah, it is time for an update. It has been a few days. I have been really busy, and so that means not that much time for reading. However, I need to talk to you about the next book that we're going to be reading together, and that is Flawless by Elsie Silver. So Chandler has this one on like the 2nd tier as far as I remember, and the second book in this series on the 1st tier, but obviously I have not read the series before and I want to start from book 1. We are reading it, and I think based on what I have read so far, which is like the first 40%, I am absolutely in love with it. And like tier number 1 for me, absolutely, so far. I love it so fucking much. So let's go over this book. It's basically like a cowboy romance, which does not sound appealing. And the like other side to it is that the hero, Rhett, is a bull rider, which I have never read anything like this, and I definitely would not say that my favorite thing are cowboy romances. It is absolutely incredible so far. So the premise is that Rhett basically kind of ruins his reputation a little bit, has like a bit of a scandal where he like punches a guy and whatever. It's a whole thing, and so many sponsors are like dropping him, and so his agent or whatever is like, you need to fix your image or you're not gonna get any money, and he's like one of the best bull riders, you know, and so he needs the sponsors and whatever the fuck. And so that is where our heroine comes in, which is Summer, who is the daughter of Rhett's like agent or whatever it is. So she basically is kind of like new at the firm, trying to prove herself and whatever. She's actually like a lawyer, but the job ends up being that like she's going to help him with his image and just like follow him around and like basically move in with him and be with him for like 2 months, like at every event and all of that, to make sure that his image gets better. And so we have yet again a typical like guy with like a grumpy fuckboy image. However, honestly, the dynamic is super similar to the Deal with the Devil, because like we also have the like grumpy guy who is a workaholic. In this case, it's very different because like the bull riding and the sports vibe, the cowboy vibe, but like that whole thing is still similar. However, like already at the end, we learn that like he does not even like do that anymore. And he's just like focused on the sport, but nothing else really. And it's clear from the beginning that he has a lot of deep feelings that he's just not been able to deal with. I love him so much. And while he is grumpy, he is also like, just, I don't know how to describe it, but I love him so much. And then Summer is once again such a bad bitch, you know, like such a badass. She is just like, you know, speaks her mind. Again, like we have a really similar dynamic. That is not to say that these two books are the same. It's definitely not, like, it's really different, but at the same time, the elements are exactly the same. And it also has the taking care of the other person trope. In this case, Rhett is basically like injured because the sport is obviously super dangerous, and so he has a fucked up shoulder and whatever. So she kind of gives him like a massage and all of that, which we fucking love to see. So like so many similar tropes, but like I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying it like if you needed more, you know, if you read one of these and need more, you need to read the other. And like I read obviously that one and I needed more, and this is giving me everything that I need and want right now. So I'm obsessed with it. I cannot wait for them to get together. They still have not kissed and I'm losing it. Yes, and the last thing, is this angle okay? Whatever, we're gonna make it work. So the thing that I wanted to tell you is that I got sushi and it looks fucking amazing. So I got sushi and it was from a new place that I discovered and tried once, and I am trying it again because it was having it again because I tried it and I loved it. So very fucking excited. If you didn't know, sushi is my favorite thing on earth when it comes to food, so I'm very fucking excited to devour that. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the book today. There's a high chance I'm going to, but I also want to do quite a few things. And so I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna talk to you soon. I almost said in another video, but in the next update, yeah. I finished Flawless by Elsie Silver. At this point, I think it was 2 days ago. I was gonna talk to you afterwards, but I finished it really late and I fucking adored it. I don't want to say it, but I think I'm gonna say it. I think this book is my favorite from this video so far, and this is perfect. Honestly, this is flawless. That was such a bad joke. Anyways, so I know that Chandler gave this, again, I think I mentioned it. Chandler gave this one 4 stars, or maybe it was like 4.5, I don't know, but on Goodreads it's 4. And it was on the second tier, like I said. And so I'm like, how can this get better? If Heartless is gonna be better, I'm just gonna like explode. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. And to be honest, I am dying to own a copy of this and Heartless, because the thought of reading Heartless in a physical book, that's like absolutely incredible, but it's really expensive. Let's talk about Flawless first, obviously. I adored this book, and like I said, it felt very similar to The Deal with the Devil in a lot of ways. So again, we have very different vibes here because, like, you know, again, the setting and the jobs that our heroes do. Rhett is a reformed fuckboy. And he, you know, it's funny because like they call him like the wild child of the family, but he's literally not like that at all anymore. So the dynamic in here that I didn't even say is to me, it feels like we have the hero falls first. But there's a thing with the heroine that when she was younger, Summer had a poster of Rhett on her wall. And so she had a childhood crush on him. But at this point, when they meet, she does not like him really. And she's just kind of like annoyed by him, or like she just, you know, wants to fix his career. And she's focused on that, and she's obviously like attracted to him or whatever, but she doesn't really pursue the feelings for a while because she's so focused on the job. And Rhett, since the beginning, he's like, fuck, like she is so beautiful and so fucking wonderful, and you know, he just absolutely likes her so much. And so he's definitely the one to me who falls first because of that. And so I just love that whole thing. And like he is just like fuck everything else. I don't care about the job. I don't care what everyone thinks. He likes her and that's all that matters. And like we fucking love to see it. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. And I was thinking about it that like I have never really looked for small town romances specifically. And I think I really love that. And it's funny because like I actually did grow up in a small town and I hate that experience. But in books, it's just like, you know, the way that it's romanticized, the way it's written in romances is very romantic and fun. And I need more small town romances. And so I love this. We also have like the family, like Rhett's family, and Summer's family is here a bit as well. Don't like them that much, but Rhett's family is amazing, and they're definitely gonna be more in the second book and just like in the whole series, which I love. So like those small town vibes, family vibes, I'm really here for it. I love it, and it was absolutely wonderful. Like it was romantic, they had a strong emotional connection, it was hot, it was fun, it was absolutely everything that I want in a romance. And when I have the money, I am buying all of these books physically, like every single one. I need it. And so yeah, I feel like I should say more than this, but I loved it. Like I fucking loved it. I don't know what else to say. And again, if this can get better, like I'm going to explode. Before I was done with the first book, I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if Summer's friend, this girl, Willa, what if she's gonna be the heroine of the second book? And yes, she is in fact the heroine of the second book, and she is an icon, a legend. I love her, and it's gonna be fucking incredible. So I again only read 7%, but we might as well talk about the book now, and I am gonna be reading it immediately. So again, I'm not gonna wait for the physical copy, and I did want to read as many like first books in this video as possible, but like I've resisted all the sequels so far, and in this case, I don't want to resist anymore. So we're gonna be reading Heartless now. And I do think after this, I'm gonna read at least one more book, and that's gonna be a different book. And I think for the sequels, we're just gonna do either a part 2 to this video, or I'm just gonna read them in a whole different video. Let me know what you would prefer. We have a single dad romance. So Cade, who we meet in the first book, he is Rhett's brother. He has a cute, adorable little son that we also meet in the first book, and he is a single dad, obviously, and he's desperately looking for a babysitter because his father and his son's grandfather, you know, he's getting older and he is willing to take care of him, but like Cade does not want that to be the case anymore, and he needs help because he works at the ranch. He owns it, and you know, he works really hard and just does not have the time that he would like to have for his son. And so he was asking Summer, the heroine from the first book, because obviously she's like his sister-in-law basically, and so he was asking her, but she has a business and whatever. And so he needs a babysitter, and Summer is trying to like help him, and she's losing her mind because he is super picky, because he obviously cares about his son Luke more than anything in the world, and he does not trust anyone. And there's a lot of women from this small town who just want to basically get close to Cade and not his son. He is definitely the grump. So I feel like it was described that Rhett from the first book is a grump, but that is not how he felt at all. He was honestly a fucking softie. Cade, however, is definitely grumpy, very much closed off. He does not want to fall in love or anything of that sort. He does not want his babysitter to be anyone that he's interested in or who would be interested in him. And so he tells Summer that he just wants someone who is never going to fall in love with him, or, you know, someone who's just going to be out of his way and who will be able to take care of his son in a way that is just, you know, good. And so Summer suggests Willa, who is her best friend, and she doesn't have anything to do for the summer, and she's just, you know, kind of lost a little bit. And so she suggests it. Willa takes the job, and they also have a fun interaction before this happens, like Cade and Willa, but I'm not gonna spoil it because like it was just hilarious, and you know, you all should just experience it for yourselves. I am so here for it because obviously, you know, we have Cade who is immediately attracted to Willa, and he's like, absolutely not. that. But Summer is now very determined, and Willa is also determined, and so it's just gonna, you know, have to work, and it's just gonna be fucking incredible. Like, it's not Grumpy Sunshine again, but it's more like Grumpy, and I don't know how to describe Willa. She's definitely not like Sunshine, but she definitely has a lot of energy. She's really flirty. She likes to make dirty jokes, and she's like a free spirit. Like, this is gonna be delightful. Like, I can't wait to watch them fall in love and figure it all out. I can't wait for them to make out, like everything. I want it now. The book is like 450 pages long, which normally I'd be like, fuck that. But in this case, I am just like, I give it all to me. I want it to be as long as possible because I just know it's gonna be a fucking delight. So I'm gonna shut up now. This update has been very long. I should honestly start editing this video, so maybe I'm gonna do that. I was gonna update you, but I just was so immersed in the story, and holy fucking shit. This book is most absolutely one of the best romances, one of the best books I've ever read in my whole fucking life. I can't call it number one, because it's like, it's number one with other books, but I absolutely fucking adored Flawless. Like I said, I was like, how is this going to get better? Like, that already to me was a perfect romance. That is what I called it in my Goodreads review. Like, it was perfect. And this somehow was like beyond perfection. This was everything I want in a romance and more. And I'm gonna be processing this for months. I have to buy a physical copy. I have to reread it. I literally don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to read after this. I need time to let this absorb, and I literally don't even know what to say. And I also don't have that much time because my camera is running out of battery and I need to leave to work in like 5 minutes, but I had to talk to you. So we're gonna talk about this book, I think, in my next update a little more. And I also will never shut up about this book. Cause holy shit, like I knew, you know, like again, I trust Chandler's opinion. Clearly, I have literally genuinely loved every single one of these books. And all of them have been absolutely incredible. And so like I knew this book would be amazing. And the second that I knew who the couple would be, I was like, that is going to be absolutely everything. But it's like my expectations literally could not even imagine something this incredible, because it literally has every fucking thing I could want. Like, and I have no words. I have no words. Like, I literally just could sit here and just stare into space, just trying to figure out how a book can be this fucking good. And I love Willa and Cade with my whole heart, and Luke, Cade's son, and everything about this book. I cannot, like, I can't. This is most certainly the best nanny romance I've ever read. And I don't even want to call it nanny romance because it's so much more. But, you know, if you don't like the nanny romance, like the nanny trope, you still have to fucking give this book a try. Because, like, this book does that in the most perfect way in the fucking world. And, like, I'm literally speechless. You know, I finished the book yesterday. Like, I knew I would not be coherent right away, but I'm never gonna be coherent about this book. Because, like, I have mentioned this before. When I really love something, I do not know how to put it into words. And I try my best when I talk about the books that I love, but, you know, there are times when I literally do not have the words that could express how much this book, like, touched my heart. It belongs to it now. Like, I am heartless now too, because they stole my heart. And I need the book so fucking bad. I don't care how expensive it is. I need it on my shelf. Like, oh my god. And like, oh my gosh, this is not making any sense at all. Please pick it up. And like, Elsie Silver, what the fuck? Did you like put some fucking potion in this? Because like, I need to even have the skills that Elsie Silver has as a writer. Please, God, like, oh my god. Okay, I need to shut the fuck up, but you all need to read this book. I will talk to you soon. I'm here to wrap up this video. So I was originally gonna read another book, but you know, I just got busy and I started making this vlog quite a while ago and I just wanted to wrap it up. So if you would like a part 2 to this video, please let me know. And also if you would like to see just more Kindle Unlimited videos in general, I'd love to make them if you're interested. So let me know, and also tell me what your last favorite book on Kindle Unlimited was. And yeah, if you made it this far in the video, leave a like 2 heart emoji, you know, like the ones that, is there just one of those? Or no, there's at least 2. Just the hearts, that's like more than 1 heart. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Chandler for recommending such wonderful books. So obviously the quest after faves was very successful, and you know, I swear to God, like, I am not exaggerating my reactions, you know, like, I feel like, you know, I am definitely learning through a lot of these videos that maybe I don't actually have that high standards, but maybe, you know, I'm just really good at picking out people who love the same shit, and also just, you know, trusting my intuition of what I actually think I'm gonna love. But yeah, so all of my opinions are obviously genuine. I would never pretend to like something that I don't. I don't know if that needs to be said, but yeah, I'm just putting it out there anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna link the playlist to all the Quest After Phase videos down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!